In a groundbreaking development for space exploration, researchers at NASA's Langley Research Center have innovated a method to utilize gravity as a beneficial force in testing long flexible composite booms intended for use in space. This pioneering approach was recently demonstrated during a series of tests involving a 94-foot triangular boom designed by Redwire, a Florida-based aerospace company. By conducting these tests within a 100-foot vertical tower, NASA's engineers could examine how the boom reacts to various forces without the complications introduced by horizontal testing setups, which often require additional equipment that can interfere with results. The significance of these tests extends beyond mere structural integrity assessments. They play a crucial role in NASA's vision for future space missions. Long composite booms have potential applications in deploying solar sails and constructing necessary infrastructure for lunar habitats, particularly those aimed at supporting human life on the Moon. These mechanical tests are vital as they provide insights into how the boom will perform under the conditions it will face in space, stated Joe Atkinson, a public affairs officer at NASA Langley. The findings from these tests will allow Redwire to refine their numerical models and enhance the overall understanding of their hardware's performance, ultimately leading to more robust and reliable space structures. The funding for this ambitious testing initiative came from NASA's Game-Changing Development Program, part of the Space Technology Mission Directorate, which aims to propel innovative technologies into future missions. By leveraging gravity in this unique testing environment, researchers hope to glean valuable information that can inform the design of future space technologies, marking a significant step forward in aerospace engineering. As these advancements unfold, the space exploration community is also grappling with potential challenges closer to home. The recent proposal by the Trump administration to drastically cut NASA's budget by 24%, potentially reducing it to $18.8 billion, the lowest allocation since 2015, has raised alarms among scientists and space advocates. Experts warn that such cuts could jeopardize a myriad of ongoing and future missions, including critical projects like the Mars Sample Return mission and the ambitious Da Vinci Plus and Veritas projects aimed at exploring Venus. Casey Dreyer, chief of space policy at the Planetary Society, emphasized the dire implications of these budget reductions, likening them to an extinction-level event for scientific discovery. Projects that are functioning, that are on budget and on time, that are already paid for and returning good science would be decimated, Dreyer warned. The potential loss of the $3.9 billion Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, which is set to launch before May 2027, further exemplifies the risks of these budget cuts. Failure to move forward with such initiatives could mean the loss of opportunities to explore distant planets and uncover fundamental truths about our universe. Moreover, the proposed cuts raise concerns about the U.S.'s leadership in science and technology on the global stage. With nations like China significantly investing in their own space programs, experts fear a brain drain from NASA as top talent seeks opportunities elsewhere. If they are going to invest much more in science and technology development, they're going to be more competitive, remarked Ehud Behar, a former NASA researcher. As the space community continues to advocate for the preservation and expansion of NASA's funding, the agency's recent innovations in testing technology represent a glimmer of hope for the future of space exploration. With gravity harnessed as an ally rather than an adversary, NASA's Langley Research Center is paving the way for the next generation of aerospace technology. Nevertheless, the looming budget cuts threaten to overshadow these advancements, leaving the future of space exploration hanging in the balance. As discussions unfold in Congress, the outcome of this budget proposal will undoubtedly shape the landscape of space science and exploration for years to come. In the ever-evolving landscape of space exploration, few projects have garnered as much debate and scrutiny as NASA's Gateway, the proposed lunar space station designed to facilitate human presence on the Moon and beyond. As the Gateway program faces a critical juncture, the question looms: will it fulfill its ambitious vision, or will it succumb to the pressures of budget cuts and shifting priorities? Originally proposed to create a sustainable presence on the Moon, Gateway was envisioned as a versatile hub in a unique non-rectilinear halo orbit.
This station would serve as a staging point for lunar landings, a communications relay, and a platform for scientific research.
Jim Bridenstine, former NASA administrator, emphasized the necessity of Gateway during his tenure, stating, "Gateway is not the ISS around the moon.
It's a reusable command module so that we can build resiliency into the architecture between the Earth and the Moon." However, high-profile criticisms from notable figures in the space community have cast doubt on Gateway's viability.
Buzz Aldrin, Robert Zubrin, and Michael Griffin have all expressed concerns about the project's direction, labeling it a potential distraction from more pressing priorities.
With President Donald Trump's administration openly calling for the cancellation of Gateway, the program now finds itself at a crossroads. Jared Isaacman, the Trump-nominated NASA administrator, provided little reassurance at his confirmation hearing, suggesting that a thorough reassessment of the program would be undertaken.
Despite the uncertainty, progress continues behind the scenes. As of now, the core hardware for Gateway is being integrated and tested, with a planned launch date set for 2027.
However, many experts remain skeptical about its future.
The shift in focus towards commercial partnerships and a pivot away from NASA-led initiatives could render Gateway obsolete before it even reaches orbit. The calculus might be expressed as a bet that lower-cost and faster-moving companies don't need the funding levels required for government-led programs, an unnamed engineer involved in the project noted.
One of the primary challenges Gateway has faced is the question of its necessity. The requirement for astronauts to transfer from the Orion spacecraft to a lander bypassing an intermediary like Gateway has raised eyebrows across the industry. NASA's decision in 2020 to launch the Gateway's two main elements on a single rocket led to significant redesigns and delays, further complicating its integration into the Artemis program. Furthermore, while Gateway was intended to foster international collaboration, securing contributions from international space agencies like ESA and JAXA, the political landscape has shifted. As the Trump administration's focus veers towards commercial spaceflight, the long-term sustainability of Gateway as a collaborative international project is increasingly in question. As Casey Dreyer from the Planetary Society pointed out, Gateway builds that political and programmatic inertia to get you used to launching things to the moon every year for perpetuity. Yet amid the looming uncertainty, over $1 billion of hardware is already in development, with key components like the power and propulsion element PPE and the habitat and logistics outpost Halo nearing completion. Speculation is rife among industry insiders about the potential repurposing of these assets. For instance, the technology behind the PPE initially developed for the now-defunct asteroid redirect mission could be adapted for crewed missions to other deep space destinations, including Lagrange points. Interestingly, SpaceX's involvement in Gateway's resupply contracts has sparked rumors about the company's interest in repurposing the station for potential Mars missions. However, significant upgrades would be necessary to adapt Gateway's lunar-focused propulsion system for interplanetary travel. As Gateway teeters on the edge of cancellation, its fate remains uncertain. The program, initially designed to expand human presence in space, may instead find itself relegated to a role of storage, unless a robust private sector partner emerges to reimagine its mission. The coming years will be pivotal in determining whether Gateway can be salvaged or if it will serve as a cautionary tale of ambition unfulfilled in the realm of space exploration. As the industry watches closely, the next steps taken by NASA and its contractors could shape the future of lunar exploration for generations to come. In a heartwarming celebration of science and community spirit, former NASA astronaut Katie Coleman visited Bernardston Elementary School on May 29, 2025, to honor the planting of a moon tree. This remarkable tree, a sweet gum, is one of a series of moon trees grown from seeds that orbited the moon during NASA's Artemis I mission in late 2022. The event brought together students, educators, and space enthusiasts, highlighting the intersection of education and exploration. The initiative to bring a moon tree to Bernardston Elementary was spearheaded by Amy Van Doren, a 7th grade student who, inspired by her passion for space, initiated the school's application process while still in 6th grade.
Her determination and teamwork with school staff and community partners culminated in the achievement of being awarded one of the more than 230 moon trees across the United States. Notably, this tree is the only one planted in Massachusetts, making it a unique educational resource for the school and its students. I've always been obsessed with space and I've always wanted to do more in school, and it seemed like a cool way to connect other people with space. Van Doren shared with excitement, underscoring the collaborative effort that went into the project.
Coleman, who has a rich history with NASA and the space program,
spoke to the students about the importance of teamwork and diverse skills in both space missions and everyday life. It took quite a team to have the moon tree here, she emphasized, encouraging students to embrace different perspectives in their endeavors. The moon tree program echoes the legacy of the original moon trees from the Apollo 14 mission in 1971, where hundreds of tree seeds orbited the moon before being planted across the country. Coleman's presence added gravitas to the event as she shared her experiences aboard the International Space Station and the collaborative spirit that is essential for success in any field. School principal Sarah Burstein remarked on the significance of Coleman's visit, noting that it provided students with a tangible connection to space exploration. "We have this amazing chance to really inspire our students and our teachers to incorporate the moon tree into our lessons," she said. The tree is not only a living biology project but also serves as a catalyst for educational initiatives throughout the school. As part of the celebration, students are also designing a unique patch for the moon tree reminiscent of the patches created for NASA missions, further engaging them in this exciting intersection of science and creativity. The tree, protected by a wooden structure crafted by students in a local woodshop class, will be accessible for public viewing outside school hours, allowing the community to participate in this shared journey of discovery. While this event highlighted the beauty of educational partnerships, another story involving former NASA astronaut James Halsell recently unfolded, bringing attention to the darker side of fame and its consequences. On the same day as Coleman's visit, reports surfaced about Halsell's release from prison after serving time for a tragic car crash that resulted in the deaths of two young sisters in 2016. The contrast between the two astronauts' narratives serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities surrounding public figures and the multifaceted nature of human experience. Meanwhile, the challenges faced by astronauts in the wake of space missions have been thrust into the spotlight. NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, recently returned from an extended stay aboard the International Space Station, have been vocal about the harsh realities of reacclimating to Earth's gravity after an unplanned 9-month mission due to technical failures with Boeing's Starliner. Both astronauts have shared insights into their recovery processes, noting the physical toll that prolonged microgravity can impose on the body. "We're still floating in the capsule in the ocean. And my neck starts hurting," Wilmore reflected, humorously illustrating the immediate discomfort he experienced upon return. Williams echoed the sentiment, describing her struggle with fatigue as her body readjusted to gravity after rigorous exercise routines in space. Their journey exemplifies the resilience required not only to explore beyond our planet but also to navigate the challenges of returning to it. As the stories of Coleman, Halsell, Wilmore, and Williams unfold, they collectively highlight the triumphs and tribulations inherent in the pursuit of space exploration. With each moon tree planted and every astronaut's return, humanity continues to learn valuable lessons about collaboration, perseverance, and the complexities of the human experience. As we look to the future, these narratives will undoubtedly inspire the next generation of explorers to reach for the stars while remaining grounded in the realities of life on Earth. In a remarkable display of ongoing research and maintenance aboard the International Space Station ISS, NASA's Expedition 73 crew is delving into the intricate impacts of long-term spaceflight on human physiology while simultaneously managing the station's essential systems. This week, astronauts focused on critical studies regarding vision and immune system responses, which are pivotal as humanity gears up for longer missions to destinations such as the Moon and Mars. On May 28, 2025, the crew engaged in vital life science experiments aimed at understanding how microgravity influences eye structure and cellular immunity. Vision plays a crucial role in space missions. affecting everything from piloting spacecraft to conducting complex scientific experiments.
NASA flight engineers Johnny Kim and Nicole Ayers initiated their shift with a retinal response test utilizing specialized equipment to measure the eye's reactions to light stimuli. Kim attached electrodes around his eyes while Ayers operated the data collecting hardware, a part of the Cypher suite, comprising 14 human research investigations designed to ensure crew health during extended space missions. Meanwhile, Station Commander Takuya Onishi from the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency JAXA focused on understanding the stressors of spaceflight on cellular immunity. He processed blood samples incubating in the Cubic Research Incubator, searching for indicators of cellular stress or tissue damage. This research is crucial for developing strategies to bolster astronaut health against infections during prolonged space exposure.
Onishi also conducted maintenance on a carbon dioxide removal device, a key component for life support systems aboard the ISS. As the crew maintained the station's operational integrity, NASA flight engineer Ann McLean undertook routine maintenance on the Colbert treadmill, essential for astronaut fitness in the weightlessness of space. This maintenance is scheduled every 6 months and involves greasing components and checking the device's acoustic volume.
Additionally, McLean prepared spacesuit equipment for storage, ensuring readiness for future extravehicular activities. Earth observation tasks were also prominent on the agenda.
Roscosmos flight engineer Alexei Zabritsky captured images of geographical landmarks across the Pacific region, while veteran cosmonaut Sergei Rizikov managed imaging hardware designed to monitor Earth's nighttime atmosphere in ultraviolet wavelengths.
Flight engineer Kirill Peskov concluded several days of training and inspections on the European robotic arm, which plays a crucial role in maneuvering payloads and assisting spacewalkers.
The ongoing research aboard the ISS not only enhances our understanding of human adaptability to space but also lays the groundwork for future missions beyond low Earth orbit. As scientists continue to collect and analyze data, the insights gleaned will inform medical protocols and equipment design aimed at safeguarding astronaut health on ambitious missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. As NASA and its partners push the boundaries of human space exploration, the work done aboard the ISS serves as a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit in the face of the challenges of space. With every experiment and maintenance task, the crew is not just preserving the functionality of their orbital home but also contributing significantly to the future of space exploration.
The lessons learned today will undoubtedly shape the journeys of tomorrow.
As we expand our presence beyond Earth. In a month marked by significant developments in space exploration, NASA's ongoing efforts to study Mars and the implications of budgetary constraints have captured the attention of both scientists and the public. As May 2025 unfolds, the focus shifts to the Red Planet, with NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter MRO delivering stunning imagery and crucial data that continue to reshape our understanding of Mars. Meanwhile, discussions surrounding budget cuts threaten to undermine future missions, raising concerns about the long-term viability of space exploration initiatives. The highlight of NASA's May science calendar is a striking image of a Martian crater adorned with icy blue frost near its rim, captured by the MRO, which has been sending back high-resolution images from Mars since its launch in 2006. The significance of these images cannot be overstated. They not only confirm previous hypotheses but also challenge existing beliefs about Mars' geology and climate.
MRO's scientific discoveries have both confirmed and upended what we previously could only speculate about. The Red Planet emphasizes NASA's ongoing commitment to unraveling Mars mysteries.
As the Martian New Year commences, an event that occurs every 687 Earth days, scientists note increased geological activity, including avalanches and gas jets.
JPL research scientist Serena Diniega explains, these seasonal changes provide an opportunity to track shifts on the Martian surface using our spacecraft.
The energy and excitement surrounding Mars are palpable as NASA continues to engage the public with interactive activities, educational resources, and updates on missions like the Perseverance rover,
which is currently exploring Jezero crater in search of signs of ancient life. However, these scientific advancements come at a precarious time for NASA as the Trump administration's proposed budget cuts loom large. Experts have voiced alarm over the potential impact of a 24% reduction in NASA's budget, which could severely curtail funding for vital space and Earth science missions. If passed, this budget could lead to the cancellation of critical projects including the Mars Sample Return mission and other deep space initiatives. Casey Dreyer, chief of space policy at the Planetary Society, warns that these cuts represent an extinction-level event for ongoing research efforts. You'd see missions turned off mid-flight, extended missions put into hibernation or left to tumble in space, Dreyer lamented, highlighting the devastating ripple effect on scientific inquiry and technological advancement. In a contrasting development, Sierra Space has secured a $3.6 million contract from NASA to explore how inflatable space station technology might be adapted for lunar logistics. As part of the Artemis program, which aims to establish a sustainable presence on the Moon, Sierra Space's study will consider how to modify its inflatable habitat technology to meet the challenges of the lunar environment. You can only bring so much mass, and so getting that volume-to-mass ratio just right with inflatables, you can't beat it, said Austin Kariva, senior program manager at Sierra Space. This innovative approach could pave the way for more efficient lunar missions and potentially support future expeditions to Mars. Amid these developments, advocates are rallying to protect NASA's budget, arguing that the investments made today will shape the future of space exploration for decades to come. They emphasize that the funds already allocated to projects like the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope are crucial for answering fundamental questions about the universe, including the existence of Earth-like planets and the nature of dark matter and energy. The potential loss of these initiatives threatens not only NASA's legacy but also the United States' position as a leader in space exploration. As discussions continue in Congress, the stakes have never been higher. The juxtaposition of inspiring scientific exploration and the specter of budget cuts highlights a critical moment in the history of space science. The future is uncertain, but the call for a robust investment in NASA's mission remains strong, as advocates push for increased funding and resources. The hope is that the spirit of curiosity and exploration will prevail, allowing humanity to continue its quest to understand the cosmos. And the ever-evolving landscape of space exploration. Two recent developments have underscored both the progress and the challenges faced by organizations like NASA and private aerospace companies. As SpaceX's Starship program encounters setbacks, the need for robust lunar infrastructure becomes increasingly apparent, exemplified by Sierra Space's recent contract with NASA. On May 29, 2025, SpaceX's Starship suffered a critical failure during a test flight, casting further doubt on NASA's ambitious timeline for returning astronauts to the Moon under the Artemis program. The incident has raised concerns about the reliability of the spacecraft, which is pivotal not only for NASA's lunar missions but also for future Martian explorations. While setbacks are a part of innovation, the frequency of these failures raises questions about the readiness of Starship for its anticipated role, noted a space industry analyst. The ongoing challenges faced by SpaceX may delay key missions, impacting NASA's timeline for establishing a sustained human presence on the Moon. In contrast, Sierra Space has made strides in lunar logistics by securing a one-year $3.6 million contract with NASA to enhance its inflatable space station technology for lunar applications. This initiative is part of NASA's Next Step 2 program, which aims to explore sustainable habitats on the Moon. Getting that volume-to-mass ratio just right with inflatables, you can't beat it, explained Austin Kariva, Sierra Space's senior program manager. The inflatable habitat technology, known as the Life Habitat, has the potential to significantly reduce the logistical burden of packing for lunar missions while maximizing living and working space for astronauts. As part of its contract, Sierra Space will investigate how to adapt its technology to endure the Moon's harsh environment characterized by sharp regolith and increased gravity. The emphasis on creating environmentally controlled habitats aligns with NASA's vision of not just visiting the Moon but establishing a long-term human presence there.
Gravi emphasized the importance of cost-effective solutions for infrastructure, stating, "For extended lunar missions, finding a cheap way to build large infrastructure will be paramount."
Amid these developments,
a celebration at Bernardston Elementary School in Massachusetts highlighted the intersection of education and space exploration.
Former NASA astronaut Katie Coleman visited the school to commemorate the planting of a moon tree grown from seeds that orbited the moon during the Artemis I mission in late 2022.
Coleman spoke passionately about her experiences in space, inspiring students to pursue their dreams. "It took quite a team to have the moon tree here," she remarked. "Everyone has different skills, and all of those things are essential for being space explorers." The Moon Tree Initiative serves as a reminder of the historical Apollo missions while fostering a new generation's interest in space science. As students engage with this living project, they are encouraged to think creatively about the future of space exploration and their roles within it. In a further indication of the innovative spirit driving lunar exploration, researchers are exploring the feasibility of deploying space-power satellites on the moon. These satellites could provide essential energy to sustain a lunar base, ensuring it remains warm and habitable despite the moon's extreme temperatures. As scientists continue to develop these concepts, the integration of advanced technology and infrastructure will be critical to the success of long-term lunar habitation. The juxtaposition of challenges and advancements in space exploration highlights the complexity of the current landscape. As SpaceX works to overcome its hurdles, companies like Sierra Space are paving the way for sustainable lunar missions. With educational initiatives like the Moon Tree Project inspiring young minds, the future of space exploration appears bright even amidst uncertainty. As we look ahead, the success of upcoming missions will not only determine the viability of human presence on the moon but also shape the trajectory of interplanetary exploration for years to come.